Doug and Greg Anthony. Next up is the three-point contest for tonight. One NBA sharpshooter will add his name to a trophy that contains a who's who of the best long-range bombers in league history.
There's a lot of tremendous three-point talent in the NBA, and no better place to see that skill showcased than right here, right now.
And I might be a bit biased, but the three-point contest is something I definitely look forward to all year long.
5 racks with the last rack composed of all money balls. Those are worth 2 points instead of just 1. All in all, a max possible score of 34.
And 60 seconds to take all 25 shots. Not a ton of time. As soon as one shot is out of your hands, you have to be ready to get off the next.
Guys, most of the time when the player is shooting threes by himself, he's doing it in an empty gym. This is a little different. Actually, it's a lot different.
And you know, it's tough to replicate the environment when you talk about the shootout because, you know, you can be in there by yourself, but you don't get the adrenaline and the crowd and the excitement that you get once you take the floor for this competition.
3 racks down, 2 to go. 7 points. 9 points. 11 on the board. Can't get the money ball. 12 for him. That's 13. He scores 13 points in the round. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
By the time he got to that 4th rack, he was feeling it. He sprayed home the entire rack. That jumper was wet.
So it's J.J. Redick ready to go.
Your memory has to be very short in this format, like less than a second. You have to put every miss right behind you. Forget about it.
And with one miss, it can be easy to do that. But miss 2 or 3 in a row, and it becomes even more difficult for them to put that out of their minds.
2 points.
A lot of air turbulence with this start. Struggling big time.
He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. Now is 6.
And a nice stretch here for Redick.
No good with his 4th in a row. Down to the money rack. Now 9 points. He's got 10. He barely cracks double digits with 10 points. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
He didn't knock down one ball off rack number 4. That was sort of where things unraveled for him.
And here we go with Bogdanovic.
And I know he's going out there with the mindset of just relax, have fun, and see what happens.
And I think that's a good way to approach it. The shootout is all about fun, and for the players, for the fans, no reason to put undue pressure on yourself.
4 points. 5 points now. 6. He got 3 points off that rack. Not bad. He's up to 7. He's got 8. Just 2 points there. He won't be happy with that. 10 points on the board.
And now he's in second place all by himself.
It's tied up. He scores 13 points in the round. A score like his usually doesn't do the trick, but with the other scores being as low as they are now, it just might.
And he made 3 out of 9 money balls, missing out on a lot of extra points.
There's no time to waste in this competition. The clock is ticking, and it's ticking fast.
Yeah, but as a shooter, you don't want to keep peeking at the clock in between shots. You've got to keep that time in your head.
3 more points to stay in contention. He's got 8. 2 more points to stick around. Now 9 points. 1 more to stay alive. Only managed to sink 1 there.
1 more to stay alive.
He's getting cold. 5 consecutive misses. No good on his 6th consecutive shot.
A little bump of a slump here.
Money ball, no good. He's got 10. Now in third, finishes with 11. Well, I didn't expect that score to be as low as it was. What about you guys?
And it all went wrong for him when he missed those 8 straight shots. That's not going to win you any trophy.
And here we go with Nemanja Bjelica. To stay in it, he needs at least 11. Not too high a bar to pass here.
That rack did not go very well.
Not fun. That's 2.
7 more points to stay in contention.
5 points now.
5 points more to stay in it.
Can't get the money ball.
He needs 3 more points.
10 points on the board. That moves him to third. Now he gets the money rack.
Yeah, matches the best score of the night.
And that is the best score of the qualifying round.
He posts a score of 14. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
And he managed to hit 4 money balls. Not terrible, but could have been better.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. As the final shooter in this round, he knows just what he has to do here. Only 13 points, the necessary score to advance.
Can't afford a slow start with a score like that to beat. Miss a few early on, and it'll be tough to catch up.
This is not getting it done.
2 straight tough racks.
Starting to freeze up a bit.
The wheels are coming off. That's 7 straight misses. He needs 8 points more to move on.
That's 3 racks in a row now that have given him fits.
Now is 6. He needs 6 points more to advance. Money ball, no good. 4 more points to advance. And Clarkie's out.
Not enough to make the next round, Kevin.
Yeah, all academic from this point.
9 points is what he finishes with. That's far below what he's capable of doing when he's on his game.
Yeah, struggled with consistency there. We always talk about guys getting into a rhythm in this event, and he just wasn't able to.
Bjelica's got the highest score from round 1. All he's got to do now, guys, is repeat that performance in the finals.
I guess it's cold in this building tonight, or maybe that's just coming from the contestants. The scores have been pretty lackluster.
Yeah, this hasn't been what we expected from a group of shooters at this level. I bet it doesn't carry over, though, guys, to the final.
He's got to improve on his score from the last round if he wants to have a shot to win it. Up to 10 now. Drains the money ball. Good for 13. He's at 14.
Finishing strong.
17 on the board. That gives him 18.
Sure.
The round ends, and he's got 19. His stroke looked terrific in that round, guys.
Money balls, so critical to knock down in this competition, and he gets 6 out of 9.
And here we go with Bogdanovic. He'll need at least 19 points to tie, or he can take the lead.
Boy, oh boy.
Not a single point to show from that rack. 1 point. That's 2. He comes away with 4 points on that rack. Five points now. He has to run the last 2 racks. Nine points. 3 more misses, and he's out. He's 4 for 4 on money balls.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch.
In the end, it's a 12-point round for him. There was just something off about him in that round.
Geez, that first rack was hard to watch. Didn't hit one shot out of it, and that'll make for a tough round.
And here we go with Nemanja Bjelica. He knows how many points it's going to take to be crowned the champion. Let's see if he can get it done. He'll need at least 19 points to tie, or he can take the lead. Now with 4. 6. Can't get the money ball.
Ouch.
That's 7.
Now it really gets tough. He needs to hit every shot on these final 2 racks. He's only got a cushion of 2 more misses, guys. No more than that.
Too much ground to make up here, Clark. He's done.
And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Out of here.
Yeah, you do your best. Sometimes, though, the competition can just be a little tough.
He's got 12 points to show for his efforts there. Well, not his finest showing. I think we can all agree he could have done a lot better.
Yeah, you know, in this format, once it goes wrong, sometimes the harder a player tries, the worse it gets. And you only have a few seconds to correct it, and it can get away from you quick.
And that makes it difficult because, as you said, those time constraints come right to the front of your mind.
And that brings the three-point contest to a close. Coming out on top of the kind of field we had here tonight says so much about our champion this year.
He was one chill customer out there. He really kept his wits about him the entire way through the contest.
Yeah, and Clark, that's the key. I mean, he never got too high or too low.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to have brought you this year's three-point contest. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg saying so long, everyone.